Is it working? Okay, we are finished. We are going home now. Let's get started. Okay. Okay. Once I start videotaping myself like this, I still feel a bit nervous and I always can't speak the way I really want. So it makes me feel a bit uneasy because of this. But I have to get used to this. So even though I don't feel like speaking English in front of a camera, I have to do this because I'll get used to it. So it was a bit tiring today. It was a bit tiring. I parked my car and I found one of the staff was in the car just to be in front of me, in front of my car. I actually parked my car in front or back of the other car already parked in the parking lot, and that car was facing this way toward my car, but I parked my car this way, to face that car. So our cars are facing to each other. And I didn't know that there was someone in the car, but I knew that the car was of some staff. Okay, that was somebody's car, and somebody in that trimming salon, and she was there. She was about to get out of the car, and it was totally okay for me to park in that space, but still there were other spaces available for me to park my car, but it was the closest, so I decided to park just in front of the car. Okay, it's not that I wasn't doing something wrong or anything, but actually I could have parked my car in other places, right? So it made me feel uneasy, a bit uncomfortable. I don't know why. Okay, anyway, the staff was getting out of her car with her dog in her arms, and obviously that today was her day off, and she and I and all of us, like my dogs and I, and she and her dog, and her dog was a toy poodle, brown one, very cute, and I asked her how old the dog was, and she said that her dog was 7 years old and the same age as my dogs. Okay, one of my dogs, which is older, is 7 years old now, and the smaller one is going to be 7 years old in 3 months or so. Okay, our dogs are almost the same age. And do you know that toy poodles are the most popular breed in Japan? Yes, they are. And her toy poodle, normally I'm not very interested in toy poodles, that particular breed, but her dog was very cute, adorable, and very charming. And Goro, my dog, was the only one who kept barking. And I heard that her dog, I had never seen her dog before, but sometimes I heard her talking about her own dog, and I knew that her dog was a toy poodle. And today I saw her for the first time, and she was cute. And before, the staff said that her dog barked a lot while walking, but she actually wasn't barking as much as my dog was, which made me a bit embarrassed. Okay, anyway, so it was a bit chaotic in the trimming salon, but other staff were very cheerful, which made me feel relieved. Okay. And talking about my language learning, I always talk about my language learning because this is my passion, and this is mainly what I do all day long. In the morning, I spend my morning doing some work in English, like my 3-hour reading routine. And during this practice, these days, oh my goodness, there's something lying on the road, and I really hope that it's not a dog or a cat. Not dog, because we don't have any stray dogs nowadays, but stray cats, right? Wild cats. Can I describe those cats like wild cats? They are just stray cats. Okay, when I use this time, my 3-hour reading routine, daily one, I do some work using this textbook I explained somewhere in my previous videos, recent ones. It's a textbook for step test first grade, and I bought this one around this time last year when I was really enthusiastic about working on this grade of the step test. And I'm using this textbook to work on to build up my vocabulary, but not in a very frantic way, but rather fun way, because last year I was desperate to pass this grade, but not anymore now. I'm just curious to see what kind of vocabulary, what kind of words there were myself, and it's quite enjoyable, and I feel very relaxed while doing this work myself. And since I didn't do that textbook for such a long time, almost a year, I thought that I forgot almost not everything, but much of it. But it turned out that I still remember a lot of them, and now I'm feeling more relaxed about it, and I find it more enjoyable. It makes me remember a lot of things, which makes me so good, so nice. So I spend like 30 minutes to 1 hour doing this work, other than just reading something passively. And I explained that I'm checking the definitions, synonyms, antonyms of all the words, as many words as I can, but I don't spend much time doing this now because it takes time. So I do a little bit, but not the entire time, okay? And I was complaining about the textbook's explanation written in Japanese, like the meaning of words. The textbook shows the meaning of each word in Japanese, and I didn't think it was very effective for learners if they want to get the feel for English, because Japanese translation could be not as helpful. If they want to develop the sense of English, then they should read definitions, something like definitions and in English, because if they understand everything in Japanese, they cannot nurture their sense of English. So, but when it comes to our character, I mean, we use Chinese character, right? And it's like a picture. Chinese characters like pictures. When we see each character, we can understand the meaning instantly because it's like a picture, okay? So it's very visual. So in this sense, okay, in this sense, knowing the meaning of English words through Chinese characters could be very helpful. Yeah, on contrary to what I said the other day, yeah, I found it very useful and convenient for us to understand the meaning of such difficult words in Chinese characters, because it's very quick to do. We can instantly understand the meaning of the word just by looking at each character. So it's very convenient, it's very quick, it's very fast, and it helps us probably. I'm a visual person, visual type of person, visual learner, so that's why, probably because I'm a visual learner, I even find it more helpful just by looking at each meaning, the meaning of each word, difficult one, in Chinese character or kanji. Okay, so I cannot deny 100% if we learn English in Japanese, especially in kanji, it could be efficient, okay, but if we really want to nurture or create or learn or acquire the sense of English, then we should use English to learn everything, the meaning of each word, the definition, and synonyms and antonyms, Okay, and by doing this, you'll get the feel for English much easier, much more quickly, much more deeply. Okay, and every time I do this work, even though those words are like words, fancy words, academic words that you don't necessarily use when you speak, but I make it sure that I understand how to pronounce each word, because you can answer all those questions not knowing how to pronounce all those words. Okay, it's okay. It might be okay for you to just recognize each word and just recognize those words in reading materials, because many of those words, not many, not all, but many of those words could be found in newspaper, magazines like Time or Newsweek or any others, which are pretty difficult to read. So when it comes to this, you can just recognize them, and you can understand the meaning of them, but I don't think it's enough. For me, I make sure each pronunciation, I make sure the pronunciation of each word. So every time I come across a new word that whose pronunciation I don't know, of which pronunciation I don't know, I make sure to look it up on the dictionary and write the, I don't know how to call it, but the pronunciation mark, so that the next time I see it, I can pronounce it 100% correct. So this is how I always do. And by pronouncing each word correctly, it helps me memorize them more. So it could be much more helpful for me to get to know about all those words more deeply. And by pronouncing each word correctly, I can remember them, and I will not forget them easily, even though three of four words for each question are just alternative words. They are not correct answers. So I cannot find them in a question sentence. I mean example sentence. Normally, if the word is in a sentence, in context, it could be easier for you to memorize it, right? But for three of those, one question has four alternative answers, one of which you can choose from. And in case of this, three other words don't have a sentence, right? But when you pronounce each word correctly, and if you understand how to pronounce them correctly, then it'll be easier for you to make it stick to your memory, to your mind. So that's why I always make sure the correct pronunciation. I make sure that I can pronounce each word correctly. I can't speak English very as much as I want because my brain doesn't function very well. Probably because I don't speak English every day, and partly because I'm distracted now while I'm driving. And there are many things that I care about now, like my lips are more dried with my retainers in my mouth, and the sun is so bright, and I'm not wearing my sunglasses today. And yeah, I'm driving now, and yeah, there are many things that make me very distracted, and I make lots of basic mistakes here and there. One of my favorite YouTubers named Thiago said that if you are in advanced, then you shouldn't make such basic, tiny, subtle mistakes. I don't consider myself as being advanced, but I really want to be an advanced learner, and then I have to aim to be someone who doesn't make such small mistakes, basic ones. And now this lane is very crowded because of the truck parked at the side of this lane probably, and the right lane, the next lane is very smooth. Okay, now this lane is smooth too. Okay, about the typhoon, I really hope that it'll pass soon, because for the last more than few days, nearly several days, the weather has been very unstable and unpredictable too, and it doesn't allow us to walk, because once the sun is up and it's very sunny, but the next moment it starts raining, and it's very changeable. I don't like this weather very much, so that's why. Okay. I totally forgot about the position of my tongue. Okay, anyway. I'm turning to the left now, and my house is just around the corner. All right. Oh my goodness. No. You can't come. There's this car coming toward my car, like, I don't know how to explain this, but okay. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Okay, I'll be back very soon. I hope you have a wonderful weekend very soon. Okay, peace out. Bye bye.